Welcome back to Only Analog. I am back. Yes, I was missing from the last video and I apologise for that. Work and life has got in the way. So today we're going to be shooting from the Yashica range of TLRs. I have a LM. Josh has the 635. Always get mixed up. So some of the photos you've already seen in the intro are shots that we have taken with our Yashica TLRs.
So we're going to run some footage of us out and about with our Yashica TLRs, and then we're going to come back at the end and run through some specs and why we think you should own one of these vintage beasties.
So without further ado, let's get out into the wild.
Let me do that again. Into the wild. And here you can find Thomas, deep in the wild, with his Yashica Mat LM. Freezing his little bollocks off. Anyway.
So without further ado, here's today's video. Oh mate. I got that on us.
Did I advance the last shot? That's the question. Oh, I'm going to have a blank. Did I advance? So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed our little outing today. So what we're going to do now is just chat a little bit about what we like about these TLRs. Just go through some pros and cons. We'll talk about lens quality and then why we think you should buy one of these medium format tanks. So this 635 is actually my second medium format camera that I owned. Well, it's both are.
Yeah.
We both actually bought these around the same time, I think, didn't we?
Yeah, it was about that, yeah.
For me, it was I wanted something a little bit more serious in the world of medium format. I started out with my Photina Reflex, and you had your Rolly cord. So yeah, if you followed us from the beginning, you'll know, you'll have seen these cameras in action. We both got really into TLRs at one point, didn't we?
Yeah. Extensive collection of them.
Yes. But the reason I bought this 635 was, firstly, the price. I think if you're comparing it to things like Rolleiflex and some of the bigger opposition in the TLR world, this is the best value for money you can get for a TLR, in my opinion. They are built so well. The reason I went for the 635 was because this particular model, you can shoot medium format or 35mm with the adapter kit, which I'll show you now. So I've run medium format through this, I've run 35 through this, and every single time I've been blown away. I think the lens is so sharp. The only thing with this 635, I don't know if it's the same with yours and some of the other models. We've fiddled around with a few Yashica TLRs. I'm not sure if the Yashica Mat, the 124G, had the same, but this particular one is slightly soft around the edges, and it gets sharper the closer you go towards the centre. But I think that's a good look. I don't think that's something to sort of put in the negative side of the camera.
No.
I think sometimes that softer edge gives it that, like,
it's that vintagey vibe, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't take. The photo's not too serious, but there's enough sharpness there to, you zoom in and see. With the adapter lenses and stuff like that, you probably could pull it off. I've got a telephoto lens and a close-up lens for this, and I've got some really nice portraits of some of the guitars that I've shot, and I did get good results. I quite like shooting it wide open. Because the lens is quite sharp, wide open as well. Whereas some cameras, they suffer big time with the sharpness with a wide open lens. Yeah.
I think I found with a few of my TLRs, especially the Photina and the Rolly cord, if it's wide open, it's just far too soft.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean with this. It's still, because I mean, we went out on the worst day. Like the worst day. It just seems to be a constant battle with the weather at the moment, but it was just getting so dark. We were freezing, weren't we?
Yep.
So we were having to shoot at 3.5, and as you can see from the results, I think that just goes to show how like the amount of quality this lens has.
Yeah.
Because even at 3.5, they're still super sharp.
Yep. I like this lens. The Targa lens on our Rolly cord is soft. I think, unless you stop it down to that f8, then you can get nice sharpness.
Yeah.
As you've seen in some of our previous videos, I've messed around with this Rolly. It's my first Rolly, so I used it a lot. But this absolutely kicks the teeth out of it.
Yeah, just blows it out of the water, doesn't it? And I think that's the other thing as well. Like, for us living in the UK, especially in these winter months, if you're going out and you want to take a TLR, then you don't have to worry about being at 3.5 or 5.6 all the time, because you know you're still going to get good results. And I think that's just a massive win for anyone looking into buying a
very
Yashica.
forgiving cameras. Very forgiving. Josh's lens is different to mine. Mine's a Yashica lens, and yours is a
I've got the Yashica in this one.
Yashica, yeah.
Just real quick, if obviously you're looking to get into medium format and you're looking at a TLR and you're looking for a good place to start, then I think this is just a no-brainer, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I think whatever Yashica TLR you get, obviously we've had a few pass through our hands now, but these two are the ones that have stuck with us. I had a Yashica Mat 124G as well, which price have gone through the roof for them recently. I don't know if they've come back down again, but they are just insane. Obviously, if you're looking for a newer model of the Yashica range, the TLR range, then the 124G is obviously going to be for you. I still, some days if I'm going out and just taking the dog out, or I'm off out for the day, I'll look at my TLRs and I'm like, I've got the Rolleiflex sat right there, but it's like, it still draws me in, and it's just, when you're comparing it to the likes of Rolleiflex, it's a good camera.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm in an iron over which one I should be using, that should say it all, really, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
Agreed. It's definitely a crowd puller. If you're out with one of these and you're taking a photo, we always get people coming up. What are you doing? What's that? So
we might as well at this point just be wearing t-shirts that say "Ask me about my TLR."
yeah, yeah, that's a good design.
The amount,
isn't it?
you know, you whip a TLR out and everyone's like,
Yeah, copyright on that, by the way.
Yeah.
But there's differences between the cameras. This has a wind, which is rather much like a Rolleiflex. Josh's has a wheel which you advance the film with. I personally like the wind-on feel.
And I think that's something to take into consideration as well. Obviously, every single model is different, so it depends on how you like to shoot or what you like, what features you like on the camera, because every single one's got a different, you know, ability, different little extras that they come with. So obviously, this one, if you're into double exposures, I'd recommend one with a knob, because obviously you have to advance before you can take as many shots as you want on that one frame, and then obviously you can move forward. The only downside is obviously you do have to remember to go forward before a shot. I've done it before where I've taken a shot, walked away and not wound on, taken another shot and then realised I've not advanced my film. Just listen to this as well. Right, a bit of ASMR. Are you ready? I love that. It sounds like a little sneeze, doesn't it?
It does. It sounds like the...
So, the Yashica 635 is a double format TLR camera, meaning I can shoot both medium format and 35mm film with the adapter kit. This particular model was introduced in 1958. It is equipped with Yashica's Yashica 80mm f3.5 Copal MXV shutter system, with shutter speeds of 1 second to 500th of a second. Aperture settings can be set from f3.5 to f22, and a good price point for this camera is anywhere from £100 to £200.
The Yashica Mat LM is a medium format TLR, also released by Yashica in 1958. It is equipped with a 80mm Yashica 3.5 with a Copal shutter system, with shutter speeds ranging from 1 second to 1/500. Aperture settings for this camera range from 3.5 to f22, so a good price range would be about £100 to £150 for this model.
Let's talk about why we think you should buy one of these cameras if you don't own one. To start with, even if you're looking to just get into medium format photography and you want a TLR, this is an ideal place to start, purely based on the price and the quality that you'll get. I can assure you won't be disappointed if you get a working version of one of these. Even if you know you're a medium format god and you've got what you need, this as a collector's piece and as a camera that you can just go out with the day and rest assured like you're going to get some incredible results, then just do yourself a favour, go and buy one. Just go and buy one, trust me, you're not going to be disappointed.
By all means, we're not saying dump all your money on a Yashica TLR, but do your research before you buy. Definitely do your research. I picked mine up for £80 off of eBay. I think that you should everyone should have a TLR experience, or at least own a TLR to round their collection out. Like Josh has said, they're easy to use. It doesn't matter what model you have. It's your preference at the end of the day. I like the old battered ones. Josh likes them mint and crispy fresh. Well, and it's just down to your preference. So everyone should own a TLR, whether it's a Yashica TLR, Broilie cord, one in your granny's loft. Doesn't matter what it is, everyone should have the experience if you're shooting film.
Obviously, we hope you enjoyed today's video. Let us know in the comments if there's anything we missed and you want to add to let people know.
Or if you own a Yashica TLR and you've got some questions you want to ask about it, or you've got some photos, remember we have our Instagrams here, so if there is pictures that you want to send us, or you're really proud of something and you want us to have a look at it, we don't mind.
Yeah,
so
we love to see them.
We love to see them. We are so happy we've finally reached that 500 subscribers, which is absolutely, that's really good for us. It really drives us to shoot more.
So yeah, as always, like, comment and subscribe. It does mean the world to us. And we will catch you again very, very soon. Peace.